Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzi Lee. Now this is the book that we included in our July Wanderlust box, and it was a whole lot of fun, so let's get into it. So in this book we follow our main character Monty, who is a roguish and devilish boy living in the 1700s in England. It was a tradition in the 1700s for young men of means, so to speak, to go on a grand tour of Europe for a year before taking over their estates and basically entering adulthood. So at the beginning of this book, we meet Monty and his fellow travelers Percy and Felicity, who are just about to embark on this grand tour. Very early on in the story, Monty and Percy are attending an opulent party in Versailles in France. So during this lovely evening, Monty takes it upon himself to casually relieve the house of one of its many beautiful items, and this theft results in a Europe-wide manhunt. This book is just so much fun, but it tackles some serious issues as well, but it never loses its comedic heart. This book is just completely packed with 1700s road trip hijinks, and the main heart of this book really lies in our main characters Monty, Percy, and Felicity, and their sometimes shaky camaraderie. You find out at the very beginning of this book that Monty has had a long time crush on his best friend Percy, and he is not sure if that will ever be reciprocated. Felicity is a bit of a stick in the mud, and she is also Monty's little sister, so of course they don't always get along the best, but she is such a voice of reason and is also just hilariously stubborn herself. There is also so many amazing types of diversity in this story, but it doesn't feel in your face and it's all incorporated really well. Monty himself is bisexual and suffers from PTSD. Percy is biracial and also has epilepsy, and Felicity, we're not too sure about Felicity yet. The way that Mackenzi Lee was able to incorporate all of this amazing diversity and still have it feel like an authentic 1700 stories was really well done, and I definitely appreciated it. And of course, this being what is essentially a road trip novel, we get to see some awesome parts of Europe, and it is very clear that Mackenzi Lee put a lot of research into this one. So like I've mentioned, this is historical fiction like you've never seen before, because it is so funny, and that is not something you typically see in that genre. If you received our June 2016 royalty box, we sent out a book called My Lady Jane, and that is also historical fiction, although that one had a bit of a fantastical twist, but it also had the same kind of really funny humor to it, and I think if you like that book, you'll really like this one as well. There is actually currently a sequel to this book being written that follows Felicity's point of view, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that one as well. Now, I'm a fairly picky reader, and I adored this book. I read it in one day. I read it on the first day of Booktubeathon actually, and I just couldn't get enough and I could not put it down. It's a pretty chunky book coming in at 513 pages, but I will guarantee you will fly through this with no problems. So as you probably know, this is actually the OwlCrate exclusive edition of The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and on the cover you see the different colors of text, and I think pictures don't do it really justice. It's super nice in person, and actually our spine is different as well, which is really cool. I definitely love this edition. They're both nice, but this one just feels special. If you want to get your hands on one of these copies, we do have some of our July boxes left in our past boxes shop, which I'll link down below, so you can still pick it up if you want. Now, as per usual, we are going to be having a Twitter chat called Owl Babble with the author of this book, Mackenzi Lee, on August 26th, that's a Saturday, at 5 p.m. Pacific time. These chats are always really fun, and they're always spoiler free, so you do not have to have read this book to participate, so we encourage you to come join us, and I'll leave all of the information down below. If you've been putting off reading Gentleman's Guide, I encourage you to pick it up because it's just so much fun and it's bound to put a smile on your face. And as per usual, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Happy reading, and thanks for being awesome. Bye!